This video's featured comment is from none other than Shut-In Kami, aka the Shadow Chancellor of my Discord server, excited for the review video, which, by the way, is this video that you're currently watching, and all I have to say is, I thought I was excited too before I actually sat down and made the dang thing. I was sitting in my room the other day listening to an old playlist of mine going down memory lane when the opening song of a certain anime came on. Now, my initial reaction was to dry heave at the thought that not so long ago I dead ass, honestly, added an anime song to a playlist I listened to for pleasure. But after the song kept playing for a bit, I remembered why I added it because it's kind of a banger. Not only that, but the anime it comes from is my favorite of all time and the only one I give a genuine 10 out of 10 rating to. That anime, of course, is Gangsta. Now, I don't know why I made it seem like some big reveal. It wasn't exactly a secret. In fact, if you've watched more than a few of my videos or caught some streams of mine, you probably already knew all about my favorite anime. Despite that, this video is long overdue. I mean, what a piece of shit I am for making not one but two videos about my most hated anime of all time before making even one about my favorite. Yikes, my bad. Better late than never, though, I guess. Let me first describe the anime to you so you can get a better idea of what I'm talking about, just in case you haven't seen it. I would seriously recommend you go watch the anime before this video, though, to avoid any spoilers. I'm going to try my best not to include spoilers, but just in case. Nicholas and Warwick are mercenaries for hire who take on jobs no one else can handle. Contracted by powerful mob syndicates and police alike, the handymen have to be ready and willing for anything. After completing the order of killing a local pimp, the handymen add Alex, a prostitute also designated for elimination, to their ranks to protect her from forces that want her gone from the decrepit hellhole of a city she has come to call home. However, this criminal's paradise is undergoing a profound period of change that threatens to corrode the delicate balance of power. Now, I've talked about this before, but I don't do reviews or review style videos, so I'm not super sure what I'm supposed to do next. So I just want to talk about things I really love about this anime and then briefly explain why I love them. I'm trying my hardest to avoid making this an hour-long video of me just fanboying in circles, so bear with me if I get a little wacky and possibly even a little zany. Trauma. I really enjoy how this anime chooses to show the way that trauma manifests differently in different people. When horrible things happen, obviously our minds need to cope, and since everyone's mind is different, that coping mechanism develops into unique things for each person. No two people on this planet cope exactly the same way, even if they experience the same trauma, and oftentimes anime just shows characters reacting the same way over and over again. Oh, I'm big sad, and that's it. Gangsta shows us that, yes, people can be extremely sad, but they can also turn to substances, try to mask pain with comedy, become detached and distant, become more prone to anger, and then some just focus on work and try to ignore their problems. It's obviously not perfect, but it is head and shoulders above 99.9% of anime currently in existence and above 100% of the anime that came out in 2015. Next up, character design. I'm going to keep this brief because Gangsta has amazing design because of how unnoteworthy it is. All the clothes and outfits are things actual humans could wear and, in fact, do wear all of the time for the most part. Everyone looks distinct and different from each other unless deliberate, like the twins, but the best thing about the character design is how it's basically a representation of organized crime. You see, groups like the Yakuza or the Mafia tried their best to appear as if they're a sophisticated group, one that has honor and follows a code, but in actuality, these people are just scumfuck criminals who do horrible things to people without thinking twice. And in Gangsta, you can tell there's something up with these people. Everyone seems like they haven't showered in 3 to 7 months, even though they look kinda good from a distance. Let's talk about setting. It's important, but usually it won't make you or break you. Gangsta, in my opinion, is a make you situation. The city feels like it might as well just be another character in the show with how interested you end up being with it, or how interested I ended up being with it. But They play it really smart and they never reveal too much about it so you can fill in some of the gaps yourself. Use that imagination of yours. Random side note, another anime that does this pretty well is Blood Blockade. Those are two animes with cool cities that people live in. Okay, it's time for the big one. As you all know, I'm the rank 1 power scaler in the entire world. I'm the best of the best. So, the thing that everybody wants to know about, the power system. Spoiler alert, I'm a huge fan. In this anime, we have normal people. Well, as normal as people in this hell city could possibly be. And then we have Twilights. Twilights are basically just crackheads with slightly more upsides. They take a drug to enhance their speed, their strength, their durability, but it turns out it's actually highly addictive and has horrendous side effects. Take, who's a good example? Oh, our best boy, Nicholas, for example, he can't hear. He literally can't fucking hear. He's 100% completely deaf. The side effects are different for each person, but they are there. They're horrible. At best, they're really bad, and at worst, they're life ending. So it's kind of a toss up. Is it worth being kind of strong and fast for dying or losing a sense? I don't know. You decide. So then, how strong are Twilights? Well, I would describe Twilights as something nestled right in between peak human and superhuman, with some bleed over on both sides. You see, Twilights are all very different, and they have a wide range of strength, with the weakest of them being basically just a really in shape human, and the strongest doing some absolutely crazy shit. So we range from something a normal human could do to something that exceeds human capability, but remains within human understanding at least. And you might think to yourself, that sounds a little bit boring, but since all Twilights have the same abilities, what makes them distinct is their personal weapon and gear. To me, at least, this feels more personal than just a random power that appeared when they swallowed the anime Xannies. Swallowed the anime Xannies. And I'm going to say it again, but I think this power system is perfect. In an anime with guns and gangs, if Twilights were too powerful, they would just be out of place, but they're still very tangible, and you know that if they mess up, a bullet to the brain is going to instantly kill them, just like anyone else. I also have a bunch of things I want to bring up, but they don't really require a whole paragraph of their own, so we're going to go speed mode really quick and just do 1 or 2 sentences for each. Love that this anime shows sad backstories, almost like a documentary, and doesn't try insanely hard to make you feel sad. It just shows it like it is and says, alright, fucker, you decide if it's sad or not. Love Warwick's secret hatred for women, despite the fact that he has to be a prostitute to make ends meet. It's a good way to contrast his normally goofy-ass personality. Love that Nicholas and Warwick seem like actual friends and roommates. They argue with each other, steal each other's clothes, and I'm hoping, even though they never showed it, that maybe they even share the occasional late night smooch. Love the Japanese voice actor for Nicholas. I get a boner each time I rewatch episode 1 and he finally speaks. Love that Nicholas isn't just a typical overpowered main character, and that to be relevant in fights, he has to massively overdose on uppers. Love that fuck. I love that Alex is not just a pair of milkers, but is an actual character who goes through multiple arcs and develops like a human being. At the end of the day, right, Gangsta is an anime that knows how to kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. All it is a good concept and a good setting with enough originality thrown in to make it stand out. I find it genuinely offensive that this anime is not ever brought up in the GOAT discussion by anyone but me. And I am personally willing to fight all of you, even if you are on my side, because I don't understand how you could... Yeah, I could understand not rating this anime a 10 out of 10. That is different for everybody. You can't say this is an objectively 10 out of 10 anime, but I cannot fathom rating it anything below like an 8.5. Before we head to the part of the video where I beg you to like and subscribe and click on 50 different links, I briefly want to mention the studio that made the Gangsta anime, Manga. If you've never heard of them, don't worry about it too much, because they never really managed to break into super mainstream success. In fact, their first anime was arguably their most successful, I would say, was Samurai Champloo, or You might know them by their really, really desperate attempt to get some revenue flowing with the anime Dead Man Wonderland. But interestingly enough, their first and last anime are really the only ones worth talking about. Samurai Champloo was something different that got them attention, and Gangsta was them taking a risk to try and save a sinking ship. And while it wasn't enough to save the company, in fact, I don't even really know that there was anything that could have saved the company, they did manage to make something really cool with Gangsta. So I just wanted to say something kind of cringe. If anybody who worked on this anime ever happens to see this video and also speaks English, regardless of the financial success of this anime, you guys made something really special to me that I enjoy a lot. So I hope everyone who worked on this anime is doing great, and I hope that you've all found success elsewhere in life. Okay, it's time to end video now. Thank you guys so much for watching this weird little experiment. I've been sort of stuck in a loop of negativity recently, both on YouTube and in real life, and you know what? Going back and revisiting a series I love helped with that. So if you're finding yourself stuck in the old negativity vortex, maybe try watching or reading or listening to your favorite thing. It might just help you. But share this dang video on Twitter, you gremlins. See you soon with a video about the time a ghost forced me to eat the wooden stick inside a corn dog. Bye.